The universe is a large place. It seems almost static to us. But if you think that is the case, you couldn't be further from the truth. Lots of interesting things happen in the universe on timescales that we humans can comprehend too. Welcome to the second episode of my new series, The Universe in Magnitudes. I've decided to name it this way since every episode we increase the timescale by one order of magnitude. Today we will be looking at how the universe looks like in 10 years from now. Let's start off the video where I started it in the first episode too, the moon. But instead of the moon's drift, let's look at impacts this time. Every 10 years, around 5 meteorites the size of a human impact the moon. These meteorite impacts are actually big enough to cause a flash of light on the moon, which can be observed and have been recorded. In 10 years, every planet in the inner solar system has completed multiple orbits around the Sun. Mercury has completed over 40 orbits, and Mars around 5. However, in the outer solar system, not a single planet has made even one orbit around the Sun yet. Jupiter, the closest gas giant to the Sun, has an orbit that takes 12 years. It just goes to show that the outer solar system is a lot further out. Speaking of the outer solar system, 10 years is also roughly the timescale on which seasons change on Titan. If you didn't know, Titan is the only moon in the solar system with a thick atmosphere. However, it orbits Saturn. Saturn takes much longer to orbit the Sun than the Earth does, so seasons last much longer. In fact, every season lasts just a bit under 10 years. If you grew up on Titan, you would only experience a handful of season changes throughout your life. Before we leave the solar system, let's take a look at the king of the solar system, the Sun. On this timescale, we can see the Sun going through something called the solar cycle. Throughout this cycle, the amount of magnetic activity on the Sun slowly increases, which is visible in the form of sunspots. So yes, that means that the amount of sunspots does indeed change over time, depending on where the Sun is in the solar cycle. Looking into the Milky Way, in 10 years we will find that the shape of planetary nebulas has noticeably changed. A good example of this is the Stingray Nebula. As you can see, over the course of 2 decades, it has notably changed in shape and brightness. Planetary nebulas evolve very quickly, which is why we can see changes in them on this timescale. Also on this timescale, we can see stars orbiting around the black hole of our galaxy. Take a look at this time lapse. Let's increase the scale. What will happen in the local group? The local group are the galaxies surrounding the Milky Way that are gravitationally bound to each other. In other words, they are moving closer to us, instead of further from us like all other galaxies in the universe. Every 10 years, somewhere in the local group there will be a supernova, a massive star collapsing under its own gravity, causing it to explode. As you can see, even on the small timescale of 10 years, there is a lot going on in the universe. But the further we go into the future, the more changes we will see. Next episode, we will look at the universe 100 years into the future. Please subscribe. This is a brand new channel and every subscription will help out a ton. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.